Hey guys, so I want to share a story of a tax a tax case that we finally won. My client came to me in August 2024. He was owing 137K, and now in September 2025 we got a letter that IRS accepted the case that we had presented, and now he owes a fraction of that amount. So in this video, I'll go over what we had to do in order for the balance to be reduced. And if you're going through a similar scenario, the number one thing that I recommend that you should have. All right, so let's get into it. So my client came panicking. He was owing such a large amount. I reviewed his case. I saw why his tax liability had ballooned. The IRS had refiled his original tax return, so the burden of proof was on our side. We filed his 1040X, which is the amendment return, and we made a profit and loss for him to make sure that we can back up all the deductions that we are getting. So because this is a 1040X, which was for 2021, I followed up with the agents. I had to fax them different documents accordingly to how they were asking. And they were giving me different fax numbers that I needed to submit all this information. And so the number one thing that you need if you're going through a similar situation is patience. Because during this 1 year, when the client had assigned me to help him, and I was very glad to help him, like walk through that period, the IRS was still sending him letters and asking him to pay larger balances because the interest was still accruing on the original balance of 137,000. At some point at the beginning of this year, maybe like middle of this year, he was owing almost 170, 160. They were threatening to freeze his bank accounts and even seize his properties. But we no longer have to worry about that because our amendment has been finally accepted. It has taken us a lot of following up, making sure that they are going to review it, and me asking what else we need to provide so that they are able to process what we had submitted. So September 25, 2025, he sent me a mail that he received from IRS. They accepted the amendment, and he now owes $20,069. My next step, I'm very happy for him. My next step, I'm going to help him set up a payment plan so that he can pay down on this balance according to how much he can afford every month. I'm very happy for him, and I'm very glad to be sharing this success story. It took us a long time. In the middle of it, I was even giving up and getting frustrated because working with IRS agents is not easy. A lot of hold times, and even when you get to them, sometimes they may transfer you to other departments. It's a nightmare to say the least. Anyway, I am Catherine Kihiu. I'm an enrolled agent. I have a tax and bookkeeping tax practice. If you have questions, you can leave them. I'll give you my contact details in the description so you can email me your questions. I make videos to answer questions and also to share tax scenarios that I am encountering in my business. They may be tax or bookkeeping scenarios. I may share tips, whatnot. Anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Bye.